as you can see, I keep an array of herbal supplements and teas just for general self-maintenance, but I do need something more specific that I don't necessarily have on hand, so off to the store I go. Okay, so I'm at Fresh Thyme, and I have picked up 3 out of several things that I need in order for me to wean myself off of birth control and make sure that I restore all the vital minerals and things that I need in my body to get back to balance. So I got the B Balance B10 caps, or B100 caps, sorry. I chose this one because this one specifically said it supports cardiovascular system and mental health, whereas the other B complex option was more so about hair care and skin care, which is nice, but not the main goal here. And then so I saw some decent reviews on Amazon about the Liv-Gall cleanse here from Herbal Factors. So it'll be my first time giving them a try. I've been doing liver detox, also a Fresh Thyme product, for a while, which is more so kind of like just sort of cleansing that, but this one is supposed to help the gallbladder as well. So we'll check that out. Lastly, I'm going to screw up this name, but Fresh Thyme has this capsule probiotic, acidophilus, something like that, and bifidus. But it assists in restoring and maintaining the intestinal flora, which apparently is something that gets thrown off when you take birth control. I think next time I'll probably invest in some vitamin D stuff later, but this is already going to be, let's see, 10, so we're looking at $40 here with just these 3 products, which is not terrible. It makes sense, especially since one is 90 and one is 50 capsules and the others are 60 capsules. So this will hold me over at least for the next couple of months. This is exciting. I'm excited to get these things home, to have me a little breakfast, a little lunch. I will probably be taking the pills throughout the day instead of like doing one big mouthful of pills in one sitting. I think I'll space it out throughout the day. So my goal is to have a little breakfast that's primarily composed of fruit. In the middle of the day, I want to have like the biggest part of my meal for the most part. And at the end of the day, I want to have something that's like a medium-sized meal. I'm trying to prevent having big meals going into the evening anyway, which is probably part of the reason why I struggle with sleep and why my sleep is so restless, is because I'm still digesting when I should just be resting. So, and I've heard this before, and I was doing really good at one point of not eating 2 hours before bed, or stopping my eating 2 hours before bed. So I'm going to be going back to that and seeing how things work for me. I'm going to be making some pretty drastic changes and different kinds of changes in terms of habits and diet and all that stuff, because I really need a drastic change. So I won't be able to fully gauge what everything is doing. So if you're looking for like specific reviews where it's like, it's the only thing that I'm taking and I know for sure that this product has this effect, I'm probably not going to be your best source. But you can go to Amazon. I know the Herbal Factor item has some reviews on Amazon that was actually pretty helpful. So yeah, check that out. So I've made it home, and I have my lineup of supplements that I'm going to be taking at the start of this journey. The reason why I've added green tea to this is because I do enjoy my caffeine, particularly from coffee, but as I transition, I want to be mindful of that as well. So green tea has a lot more health benefits, obviously, than coffee, as it helps reduce inflammation, which is pretty major when it comes to endometriosis and adenomyosis. And also it helps build immunity. And some studies suggest that it also helps with brain function, which is also really important to me in terms of the effects that birth control has had on my mental health. So the plant calcium is something that I've already been taking. It's in my arsenal of general self-maintenance, and this helps with the absorption of minerals and nutrients that your body needs. So if you're taking supplements, but you're not taking a complexity of supplements, you could be ingesting them, maybe getting some benefit, but your body's not properly absorbing everything optimally. So I use the Garden of Life My Kind Organics line, and it's fortified with vegan D3 vitamin, vitamin K2, and magnesium. My research led me to the understanding that oral contraceptives have a way of depleting our B-complex vitamins, which can be detrimental to our overall health, but particularly our reproductive health. And naturally, if you're taking any medication that leaves traces in the bloodstream, it's important to take supplements that support the liver in helping it stay strong and cleansed and free so that it continue to do its natural detoxing job for the body. Lastly, here I have Soursop Tea, and I purchased mine through Fruits and Roots. I chose this tea because it claims to help enhance natural state of rest for quality sleep, which is really important to me and has been a huge struggle during my process of healing. It also helps lower blood pressure, supports the heart, liver, and kidneys, reduces inflammation, and helps support the immune system as well. And of course, as you're going through any healing process, a nice, healthy, balanced diet is always important. You get your nutrients from your food first, and that'll support you with any supplements you're taking and any other practice for your self-care. Well, it is day 3, and I'm only showing this part of my body because I just got out the shower when I felt the meanest of cramps. Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure I was like passing an egg or something, and it was like excruciating to the point where I was like hunched over and in sitcom form was trying to get all of these tools and things that I needed in order to get myself together. So, currently I'm in my living room on the couch, and I'm equipped with a heating pad at my low back because heat helps me with cramps naturally. And also I have a few awesome products from the brand Inner Alchemy. And this is actually like locally made here in St. Louis by a couple of awesome people that I know who recently got married. Congratulations, Brent and Sarah. But anyway, Inner Alchemy has a number of different products you can use that are CBD based, and it's all for your health and well-being. So they have salves, they have roll-ons, they also have the CBD massage oil, which I use on my clients, and they have on numerous occasions given me feedback to say that this is super effective and it works great for releasing muscle tension and other aches and pains and things, at least temporarily. I think CBD works a little differently for everybody. Kind of depends on body mass, how much you use, how concentrated it is, and just how your body composition takes to whatever chemicals. And that's just the case with any medication. So just keep that in mind as you're searching for CBD products. I do highly recommend Inner Alchemy. Because the products are just awesome. So I am taking it easy for a few minutes. I was in the middle of having a really productive day, actually. I actually got some pretty good sleep last night thanks to the vitamins I've been taking. So I did put on the list that I was taking a liver gallbladder cleanse. I have not started that yet. For whatever reason, I guess because it felt like I was kind of taking a lot of supplements, and you know, your body has to adjust to any new supplements you're putting in. So I decided to wait on the cleanse for probably next week. So as of now, I'm taking the probiotic, the B-complex vitamin, and I'm drinking Soursop tea in the evening for sleep, and I'm drinking green tea in the day. I'm also having coffee, keeping that in mind. Now, hear me out. I am sort of a coffee addict. Sorry. And caffeine is not ideal when you have cramps. In fact, it could make it worse. And I had the coffee before the cramps began. So that could also be why I'm experiencing this pain, but also just because the medication of the birth control is getting out of my system. And so things are beginning to flow. And there is a flow happening. So keep that in mind as you are getting off of your medication. Your reproductive system will be reawakening. You may experience a cycle starting, even if it's not your usual time, just because of whatever is already stored there from previous cycles that may not have happened while you're on birth control. All that stuff, your body is going to be ready to release. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And be prepared. Use whatever you use. I know a lot of people use Diva cups, pads, tampons. I do highly recommend you get the organic stuff. I use the honeycomb. Okay, I'm terrible with names, and I wasn't planning on actually doing a review for this product, but it's a Black-owned company that produces organic cotton products for sanitary napkins and tampons. So if you're interested in finding something that's healthier, a lot of the conventional tampons and pads actually are, I don't want to say laced, but contain some not so great ingredients in their products, which can negatively affect the body in long term. So keep that in mind, the products that you're using as your body is reawakening and you'll be having a cycle. You want to be mindful of what you're using. In terms of managing the pain, there is a variety of things you can do. I am choosing to abstain from Tylenol and ibuprofen while I'm doing this journey. I don't expect that I'll be able to uphold that the entire time. The goal that I gave myself was to not use any pain medication unless it became excruciating or I needed it in a moment to go do something. I work with people and I have to be optimal in order for me to carry out services and to speak with people. And so it's important for me to be able to function through that as best that I can, considering. So be mindful again of, because your body's reawakening, some of the pains that you felt before. If you were taking birth control for the management of some sort of reproductive issue, in my case, endometriosis, adenomyosis, the pain is going to return because now you don't have the estrogen blockage. And the estrogen, the excessive estrogen, is what's responsible for the disorder of endometriosis and adenomyosis. So you want to be mindful of that and know how you're going to want to treat the pain. And if your goal is to be as natural as possible, you want to find some alternatives to your typical Tylenol and ibuprofen or whatever else you use. Again, heat is great for me. CBD is great for pain if you live in a cannabis-friendly state. THC is also fantastic for managing pain and to just staying calm in general for your own personal self-care throughout the week, which I hope you're doing, not just the cannabis, but just being healthy. And yeah, I'm already starting to feel better. I rubbed some on my, just over my womb. And after a few minutes, I'm already feeling a lot better. So in a few more minutes, I want to see if I can stand. And then I'll be reporting to you all in future days.